added only 114,000 jobs over the course of that month. So that raises a lot of questions about this headline number. Many of the jobs that we're seeing that are added in that number are part-time jobs.
So Stuart Varney now, anchor of Varney & Company and the Fox Business Network. You read what? Give it to us.
There is widespread mistrust of this report and these numbers because there are clear contradictions. 873,000 people said they had found work, but only 114,000 new jobs were created. That is a contradiction. If you delve a little deeper, it seems that a lot of these people who found work, that's the 873,000. If you look deeply, it turns out that 600,000 of those 873,000 people were part-time workers. So they came back into the labor force and they pushed the unemployment rate down to 7.8%. But there's a contradiction here between the number of new jobs created and the number of people saying they found work. It was part-time work, Bill. That's what it was.
So how do you drop a third in the overall number and only add about 100,000 jobs?
Well, the actual rate, the unemployment rate, is taken from what's called the household survey. That's the part that found 873,000 people found work. The payroll survey, which is also part of the jobs report, that's the one that showed 114,000 new jobs. That's it. So there's a contradiction between one side of the survey and the other side, producing this anomaly, a sharp drop in the unemployment rate, but a very minuscule number of new jobs created.
I see. Okay, now I want to get to GDP growth, 1.3%, right?
Yep.
That's still where we're growing right now.
Yep.
And the underemployed, when you put all these numbers together for the people who are out of work or are working for jobs that perhaps they took for a lower salary, that's still staggering.
That's still about
23 million?
14% is the number. 23 million is the number quoted by Governor Romney during the debate. It's a grim employment situation, any which way you slice it.
Okay, but now you're still below the big number. You're below 8%. So to the politics on this now.
That's where some of the mistrust comes in. Oh, how convenient that the rate drops below 8% for the first time in 43 months, 5 weeks before an election. That's why there's some mistrust of these numbers, along with the contradiction between 873,000 people found work, only 114,000 new jobs.
Right,
mistrust of this report.
On that point, it'll be interesting to see how President Obama plays this in Fairfax, Virginia later today. And also how Mitt Romney responds. He's also in Virginia, southwestern part of the state, and also in Florida today.
I suspect that the president will play it big and saying we're going in the right direction. Look at this, 7.8%. How Governor Romney will respond, I don't know.
All right, Stuart, thank you. See you at 9:20 FBN. Okay, Stuart, thank you for that. Debates are coming up, too. This will pop up yet again, Martha.
Of course it will. So let's get you some context here on all of this. Back in December of 2007, when the recession began, the unemployment rate was 5%. In October of 2009, that's the peak that you see on this chart, that's 10% unemployment rate in the country. Economists say that a healthy U.S. economy would have a jobless rate of about 6%. That's shown by the yellow line that you see across the chart there. Today's report shows that unemployment rate dropped but stayed well above the mark of a healthy economy. And so much of this comes to people, how they feel about how they're doing right now.
Quick check, too, also on, on the health of the economy and how things are going. So we're going to check out that throughout the morning here. At 4 minutes past the hour now, Governor Romney, building on the momentum of his successful debate performance, taking dead aim at the president's jobs plan. Here is Governor Romney with Sean Hannity last night.
What I find so offensive about his tax plan is by raising taxes on small business, as he does, he will kill jobs. And right now, what America needs, as much as anything else, is more jobs. More jobs, more take-home pay. That's the whole focus of my campaign. And I know what the president's been campaigning on and saying about me is very different than what I actually am, what I actually believe. And I think that's where the difference came. What the president's been saying and the reality are pretty far apart.
All right, so that in the mix this morning, a lot to add into the picture. Our senior national correspondent John Roberts is live from St. Petersburg, Florida today. That is where we will find Governor Romney. He holds a rally there later today. So what about the aspect of the truth sort of issue in this campaign, John?
Oh, I mean, this is turning out to be a real battle between taxes and the truth, Martha. Let's handle taxes first of all. Governor Romney on the stump is insisting that his 20% across-the-board reduction in tax rates would benefit the middle class and small business by giving them a very, very needed tax break. Well, at the same time, closing loopholes for the wealthiest Americans would ensure that they pay the same amount of taxes. And at this rally in Fishersville, Virginia last night, big rally attended by thousands of people, he insisted that President Obama's plans to raise taxes on people making more than $250,000 would be a job killer. Here's what he said.
He talks about a stimulus. He talks about hiring more government workers. He talks about the government making investments. And of course, he talks about raising taxes. The vice president blurted out the truth today. They plan on raising taxes on the American people, and that will kill jobs. We will not let that happen. We want to create jobs, not kill jobs in this country.